Welcome back to Limbus Company, Canto 5. This time, we're getting a big sense of Lovetown deja vu within the belly of the whale, and we've found Ishmael's oh-so-hated enemy, Ahab. Ishmael charged at her, and now we have to deal with the residents of Pquad Town. The strangers led us to a village called Pquad Town. There, Ishmael met someone that she so dearly wished to see again. Alright. Same theme as before, maybe... Yeah, we'll keep on running this. I'll mix it up and then and there, but like, I kind of just want to run the new units first and foremost. Want to use some of the new egos though too. Okay, multi-wave I assume? No, single wave. Once again, exact same as the previous fight. 2 blinded, 2 gagged. Okay. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll see what happens to them when they hit low sanity, but I'm not really gonna count on it because they kind of are dying a little too fast for that. Especially since we actually have like some sanity on most of our people this time, thanks to having the previous fight to build it up. Except being Ishmael, of course, since her sanity goes down every fight because of her compulsion. That's how it goes, though. I forgot to change. I keep on forgetting to change the announcers. I feel so bad about it. Hopefully, I remember before the boss. I should just run because we've got the Ishmael and we've got the Effie and Soud announcers now. And like, I love Effie and Soud so much. I gotta put that on. Ishmael, I'm sure, has some funny things to say. I'm sure she's gonna judge our choices significantly in combat. Dawn loses that clash. Makes enough sense. Only 30 sanity isn't the most. Ugh. This guy's at 40 sanity, so he's rolling heads and heads alone, yeah. Not a nice crit to take on Ishmael. Yeah. But since she's weak to the pierce attacks. Hopefully that's fine, though. Optimistic Slash does more than enough to kill this guy. So it's just these ones left. Okay, Marissa keeps on dying. There we go, finally. That one's staggered now, and that one's evading all of Ishmael's attacks. What is it doing on evade? Is it like, I think it's gaining poise potency on evade? I'm pretty sure that's what their evade does. I don't remember. Song goes hard though, that's for sure. That's a victory, though. Once again, I mean, it's the same fight as the previous one, nothing too special. New type of enemy, like, in these two fights, but, like, nothing too special. Actual boss encounter. Strangers let us move to Pquad Town. There, Ishmael meets someone that she so dearly wished to see again. This is probably going to be a fight against, like, Starbuck, if I had to guess. Change the announcers now, though. Let's set it to be just the 2 new ones. Ishmael and Effie Soud. So sad that they're dead. Well, one of them's dead. We know Soud's alive now. Somehow. Not a lot of good men left, Ahab. Oh. Ishmael quickly leaped to the side, evading a harpoon that struck the spot she was just standing on. Yep, Starbuck's in the way. I assume. Who's this now? Oh no, is Ahab attacking? My crew is nothing if not loyal. More so than anyone in the world. And this one here is second to none when it comes to harpooneering. Pquad? So, do you still fail to see that to attack me here is to court death? Oh no. That's... Pquad? I cannot tell. God, they're not looking too great, whoever it is. A sailor wearing an odd-looking mask joined the fray. Blimey, look at the size of that harpoon. A direct hit from that will turn your bones to dust. That one's a real warrior. Please stop being so bloody creepy for 1 second. Give me the shivers out of nowhere. Okay, I don't know, was Pquad like the main harpooner? Yeah, Pquad was like the first mate harpooner, yeah. First mate's harpooner, effectively, so yeah. Could be Pquad. I assume it's just gonna be marked as like a mystery person, mystery. Fancy song? Question marks.
별것도 아니잖아요.
Any question mark? I assume, yeah, no observation log to view. At least, yeah, I don't think this character has an observation log in general. Starting hunt, harpooning, piercing harpoon. Whoever this is, they're definitely not fine, though, that's for sure. Apply prey mark next turn. All Pquad crew targets this unit takes 50% more damage from Pquad crew. Oh boy. And that's all it's telling us it's doing. It's on you, so it's going to happen no matter what. And combat starts 7-4 eyes next turn, yeah. So press palification again. Makes sense. If not a negative 45 SP, heal. Then to heal number 3 times 5 SP. If at 45 SP, recover panic turn and recover SP to 0. Okay, so you cannot be panicked effectively properly. Every time one of your allies dies, lose 1 poison count and 10 SP. Lower the unit's HP, get the more damage this unit skills deal. And then something it's not telling us about. Only one body part, of course, that being the body. Makes sense. Okay. We should be able to do decently here, though. Who do we want to get marked? Don't have anyone, like, insanely tanky here. Probably Dawn, though. Yeah, Dawn. You can do it. Save that skill for now, at least. Everyone can clash here, so we might as well just clash with what we can. You kind of need some sandy, so if you can clash, that would be nice. Yeah, clash with this one. You don't particularly need to clash. This'll work. Okay. You took some damage last fight, it would seem, so maybe you weren't the best person to get marked, but you should be fine, Dawn. That's nice. Yep, there's your summoned. 2 blinded, 2 gagged. That makes perfect sense. You're going full counter this turn. Combos are gain 10 poison, 10 poison count. Critical hits do not consume poison count with this turn. Gain plus coin boost by number of surviving allies. Alright, so this is a turn where we ignore you and we kill your allies. Simple enough. Everyone wants Dawn dead. Also simple enough. You need the loyalty to buff your envy. You don't have an envy skill to go for, unfortunately. Full survivor. You can also unilateral business. Like, the obvious answer here would be to, like, just blind obsession, but that would kill probably everyone. So maybe we shouldn't do it. Who is more likely to survive here? Bottom left or top right? I think bottom left is probably the one we need to double up on. Something like that. Okay, hopefully this kills all of them. We don't want this guy having a lot of plus coin boosts. And we do not want to bother with Pquad question mark this turn, I don't think. Okay, the Pierce weakness is helping us a fair bit there. We've got some Pierce stacks, not like the most, though. Like, Privilege, like, this isn't killing. They resist the blunt, yeah. Well, we'll get to kill 2 people then, hopefully. Assuming that Ryoshi gets the kill, which I hope she does. Yeah, it really feels like this, like, it was made to, like, just kill everything here with Blind Obsession. Yeah, now you gain 2 plus coin boost this turn. Like, creating the same poison critical hit, oh boy. Luckily, poise, like, doesn't increase power at all. Stagger turn end if this unit does not have poise on self. New passive, question mark? No. Well, there's not really a way to make you lose poise unless you take unless you, like, crit with, like, stalk prey or something. Also, this song is going insanely hard right now. Ooh. Okay, it's a 13 plus 10. We're gonna need to ego that. Yeah, makes sense. You cannot ego still. You need sanity, and there's nothing for you to I guess you can try clashing harpooning. Yeah, do that. You need sanity. Any way you can get it. That's something. Oh. Banger. Oh, your negative sanity, your skills have changed, question mark. Oh, it's a 50% chance to change skill patterns, so it hasn't. It might, though. I think that's what it's saying. Okay. Well, we need to focus on clashing what we can, first and foremost. None of our skills are really doing good enough of a job. We're gonna need some egos. I've got Soda on, alright. You've also got 3 attack weight on you. Okay, mass decks do, like, nothing here. So maybe you aren't supposed to just blind obsession through this. You didn't have a lot of gluttony. Actually, you know, let's use your blind obsession. Yeah, that's a new one after all. Let's go for this one. And we'll just go for some other random ego. We can do a 9-2 here as well if we really want to go for, like, the new stuff, even if it's stuff that really doesn't matter too much for us. And then, like, negotiations start, this kills. Checking the book, this kills. That'll work. Okay, nice. Yeah, we're not giving a chance for question mark to lose poise. So, like, why would it matter if unit staggers if they run out of poise this turn? Oh, here's the funny attack. Nice. Very cool looking. The 2 targets, you know, it's a little strange, but, like, it's working. Okay, we get this off now. We need to run Sinclair and Rodion in some of our teams so we can see their new egos at some point in this dungeon. I'll do it sooner or later, surely. Okay, I might have misread what was going on then. Oh, you've been marked? Pallid panicking, 2 bind at turn end. Every coin this unit flips, lands on tails. Okay. That's fine. So was it saying if they... I thought it said if they didn't have any poise turn. Was it if they didn't get any crits, they'd get staggered next turn? Something like that? Because they definitely should have still had poise. They didn't get the chance to spend any of it. Oh well, who knows. We are killing you. 738 HP, that's not a lot, all things considered. It's like a fair bit, don't get me wrong. But not a lot, necessarily. Also, I have realized that Liu Honglu's passive rate up doesn't work for Ishmael. Because it hits the target with the most sanity. Ishmael's never getting to 45 sanity, I don't think. Okay, you're doing it again this time, except you're not going full counter. Interesting. Your body also gets fully healed. Oh, if it less than 50% of max HP, move on to phase 2. Units does not drop below 1 for phase starts. Heal to 50%, some 4 hours. Inflict prey mark for one enemy with the lowest HP percentage at every turn. Okay, so we're just going to innately mark you every turn. Fair enough. Fair enough. Although we could try going for a blind obsession this time. Yeah, look at that, though. Okay. It's time for the funny strat, though. We do this. We do this. Now we're hitting everyone with blind obsession. There we go. Dominating. Because you're going to be clashing, you're going to, like, heal SP a bunch. It'll work out. It'll work out. Trust. And then your counters are Pierce counters. You resist it pretty well, so you can take a counter. I believe. Some other people that take Pierce/Pride. Well, Mercel takes Pride pretty well. You can go for, like, this. Something like that should work well enough. They can take the counters. I guess you're going to take a counter, though. You're weak to Pierce. That's fine. Small price to pay, yada yada. And we're just going to go around making sure we kill all these guys. They're all getting hit by blind obsession, so their chances aren't the best. After all. Ooh, nice. Countered. Fails, that's fine. Still lost. It's still a 23 on enemies weak to Pierce. Yeah, staggered all of them. No way they live this turn. Because we attacked... Actually, we didn't attack the top left one at all. So the top left one's going to survive this turn, but the other 3 die. And yeah, Ishmael gets staggered for that because she didn't take the counter too well. Oh. Oh yeah, that's what it was saying. The Pierce damage up is kind of bugged right now. That's what that weird effect was. Gone? Was it not 2 turns that gives the Pierce damage up? I have 1 Pierce power up and 1 damage to all 4 as with the high HP. Oh, no, this is the current turn. Okay. The prior fragility was this turn and next turn when hit. Yeah. So the fact there was a white square under Dawn, it's because it applied Pierce power up to 4 as the highest SP, but it's bugged. God, you're countering a bunch this turn, but you're also going for an attack we have to take, so, can you take this? You know what, I trust you to take the counter decently well. You resist Pride, you resist Pierce. It'll work. For this turn, gain final... Oh, for this turn, lose 1 poise count when attacked. With final power equal to poise potency on self. So we just gotta take it out. We're gonna need to take 2 crits once again, then. You gotta take the other one. Unfortunately. No other choice. You've only got skill 1, so you just take down that guy. Okay, hopefully we'll do decently here. Dawn and Mercer are gonna do fairly well here. Thanks to... question mark, having the book. Okay. That's... Oh, you didn't land a hit, so now Dawn's getting countered. Dawn gets staggered by this, without a doubt. Oh, no, she didn't, actually, huh? Convenient, then. I guess this creature is politified, so rolling tail is guaranteed. Poise. Yeah, lose poise when attacked once again. Going for your mass attack this time. Do we have anything like Clash Mass Attack? Unilateral Business, theoretically? Maybe? Probably not. Okay, we can clash those pretty well. Can anyone do anything here, though? Opportunistic Slash? Oh, Opportunistic Slash. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a stupid attack. It's a stupid skill 3. So it makes sense. You're rolling a lot of tails and still winning. I think that's partially my fault because I egoed with you, but, still. Very interesting. Oh, that wasn't... I thought it was your skill 3. No, that was just your skill 2. For some reason, I thought I mixed up Gregor's skill 2 and skill 3. I thought he was going to use his funny gun attack. Well, it doesn't matter. You are being shot to death. Oh, no, you're still alive. You are being opportunistic slashed to death. Oh, no, you bled to death. Oh, but you fled, so you didn't die. Close enough. Whatever I said, it's close enough. All of you. Strong. But no sailors. Why? Talk. So slow. Irritating. If you're not abbreviating with acronyms, all you're doing is wasting time. This is how people, like, this is like the argument people use when they use, like, acronyms on the internet. I don't know why my point of that interjection was, but it's something. Ishmael's mace nicked the harpooner's mask. She came dangerously close to smashing their skull. Should have gotten out of my way when I gave you the chance. Now I'm going to have to bash your face in. But you are sailor. Yep, Queequeg. Right. We both are. Queequeg! In a sudden explosive burst of energy, Ishmael bolted forth like a cannonball toward Queequeg before holding her in a tight embrace. That's sweet. Oh, wasn't she just saying something about bashing your face in just moments ago? This embrace is what one does when meeting an old fellow. Alright. Fear they may flutter away unless you hold them so tightly so. Your hair color. Can't forget. Your name. I know. But no attacking, Captain. Alright. People here still really care. Why is Ishmael the only one that's like, yeah, Ahab should die, and everyone else is like, yeah, that's chill? Why? I'm just... You attack Captain again. I attack you. then kill or be killed. One of us. Ishmael's torn. She knows, I mean, she knows all her allies are alive now. Like, they're still alive. Pquad is still alive, although not in, like, peak condition. Like, Ishmael's revenge is assumably dulled slightly from this point, right? You'd think so, because that was a big issue with her. That was a big thing she held against Ahab, was that part of the entire thing.
여기 있는 스타벅이 너그러운 마음씨로 너희들을 구조했고 내 마을에 초대까지 해주었지만.
Well now, whatever shall you do? Starbuck here has, out of the kindness of his heart, rescued you from jaws of death, invited you to my village. I still want you dead though. You're too smug for my liking.
너희는 그 은혜를 개박살내고 나를 공격하려고 했지.
You've neglected to attack me, as if to spit on that very kindness.
만약 일반적인 항해였다면 그대로 줄에 매달아 호수에 던져 넣고 배 밑바닥을 훑게 만들었을 텐데.
Were we sailing the Great Lake, I would have had all of you tied and thrown overboard to be crushed underneath the keel of our ship, your lungs bloating with the lake's sewer waters. There were at least 40 people living in Pquad town, and that was a conservative estimate. From their vicious glares, I could tell that every single one of them was a fiercely loyal follower of Ahab. Here we were in this unfamiliar environment, trapped and lost. Things aren't looking so good. Single word from Ahab, and they'd all be upon us. If we were to retreat, behind us is the river of stomach acid. Ahead of us is an unknown territory.
너무 그렇게 겁먹은 표정으로 보지 말고.
Lasses, cast fear from your hearts.
왜냐하면 나는
It is lucky for you that...
너그러운 마음씨를 지닌 선장이니까.
Ugh.
방금까지의 결례는 너무.
I am nothing if not merciful. I shall forgive your transgressions thus far.
나는 너희에게 물어볼 것이 있고, 너희 또한 마찬가지겠지.
I have questions I would like to ask you, and I am certain that you have a few for me as well. Ahab's not as, like, apparently evil as I would have expected, but she's definitely as evil as I expected. She's just a little more hidden than I'd expect it to be. Makes sense, though.
나와 대화를 나누려는 용의가 있다면.
If you are willing to talk, then enter the captain's quarters. In peace, mind. Ahab casually turned around and marched into one of the buildings. She carried herself with utmost confidence. Okay, it's not like they played the sound again. That was the sound of her ivory leg, I presume. I didn't actually look at her leg too much, but, like, Ahab in the book, like, lost his leg to the whale, bitten off by the whale, and had, like, a whalebone leg, like, peg leg made in the process. Surprised something similar going with Limbus Ahab. It was almost like she knew that we would follow. That we had no choice but to follow. We sure don't.
야, 저 뒤에 있던 놈들 방금까지 눈을 보라리다가 아무 일도
Boy,
없었다는
them
듯이
blokes that were
쓰러져
glaring at us. They're gone, like nothing happened.
선장, 용서했어. 그렇다면 다들
Captain
용서해.
forgave. Then everyone else forgives. I forgive too. Of course, the apparent joke here being that Pquad was formerly part of the Middle, and the Middle never forgives, but now she does forgive under the leadership of Ahab.
방금까지 죽자 살자 덤벼든 놈을 두고 저런 식으로 등을 돌리는가?
Huh, to turn her back on someone who was charging at her with murderous intent just moments ago. It's, yeah, very cocky.
그래, 자신이 있다는 거겠지.
Yes, she is confident.
얼마든지 기습을 당해도 우리들을 막아낼 선원들이 있다는 것. 그리고 우리가 저자를 공격해서 얻는 이득보다 손실이 많다는 것.
Confident that she's got the numerical advantage, even if we were to press the offensive. Confident that we know there's more for us to lose by attacking her than by going along with her.
방금 조형된 그 상황 하나만으로 자신이 절대적인 존재라는 걸 공표한 셈이군.
With what just happened, she's made it clear as day that, at least while we're in here, she has absolute control of the situation.
평화롭게 대화라니 가당치도 않아.
Talk with her in peace? Nonsense. It's not like we have a way out of here. Ishmael's gaze followed Pquad, who walked wordlessly behind the captain.
들어가죠.
Let's go.
저 개자식이 어떤 말을 짓거릴지 들어보자고요.
Let's listen to what she's got to say.
어디로도 도망은 못 칠 테니까.
There's nowhere to run, after all.
저 새끼나 우리나.
For her, or for us. Yeah, you gotta turn down your murderous intent at least a little bit, Ishmael. Reverse not. Winning class using a Gloom Affinity skill. 1 out of the lowest SP heals 5 SP. Oh. Alright. That's funny. We're gonna get a bunch of like rope themed ego gifts that are gonna help counterbalance the whole noose thing, so that by the end Ishmael's relatively fine. Also 2 more story segments, huh? Very interesting. We met the Pquad's crew, Ishmael's old crew, and Captain Ahab. With a confident smile, Ahab invited us to her office to talk. I think Starbuck mentioned something about how that they're just about to attempt to leave, so Ahab's got something planned, and it's something that's likely going to kill all of them alongside the whale. That's my guess, at least.
그런데 저 게시판에
Ahab's off.
적혀 있는 건 뭐야?
What does this say? Wrong button. God, I keep mixing that. Something whale. That is a drawing of a heart. I know what a heart looks like. Okay. Going to try and kill the whale by attacking its heart. Yeah, there's a drawing of the whale here. Oh, this is one of the baby whales, though, I think. You can see, like, the umbilical cord-looking things. The one we saw, like, their tails of looking like they were spires. Much more insane drawings. Drawing of, like, a wheel. Thought that was the Limbus logo for a second, but no, it's just a wheel. A locked chest, because it's a pirate. Weaponry. Alley marks with various things. A lot of interesting stuff in this background, that's for sure. So who's that on the board over there? The number of gold coins assigned to each crewman and woman. Okay, so this is where the gold coins are, like, tracked. We can collect them by fishing up useful stuff, or by hunting mermaids. Okay. And that says, I think that says now kill. Alright. But yeah, this is how Ahab, like, rewards her crew. Keeps them, like, motivated, I guess. And who's the one paying you? The captain, obviously.
고래 뱃속에서 경제 활동이라도 있다는 것인가?
Are you saying that there is economic activity within the whale's stomach?
이곳에서는 그 말을 얻을 수도 가질 필요도 없을 텐데.
What need of gold coins could you have in here, let alone the means of procuring them? Hold ya, we'll be out of here in just a little bit. And once we're off this whale, I'll get paid 63 gold coins. With that much dough, I might just be able to stag myself a halfway decent ship, unless the inflation's gone nuts, that is.
청새치 항구선을 들린 거라면 말해줘. 가오리 철판 해물집은 아직 건재.
Oh, by the way, ever been into the Marlin Port Shop lately? Any chance you saw the Sting Ray Flat Top Grill place? I wonder if it's still open. Yeah, interesting. Ahab's promising them gold coins after they escape. I mean, she's never gonna pay them. I think she's fully prepared to go down with the whale. That's her master plan. She kills the whale. There's no plan of escape, though, I don't think. I highly doubt Ahab thought this out too much. Similarly to Ishmael not thinking this out too much. You know, the parallel is very obvious.
맛있어 보이는 이름인걸? 위치가
Oh,
어떤데?
that sounds delish. Where is it? Looks like Ahab's giving out gold coins to her crew for their labor. Wonder if that's in the chest. Maybe Ahab tells them the gold coins are in the chest, and then you open it and there's nothing actually there. It's empty promises. The promise of a reward for services rendered. I'm sure that's a strong motivator.
이스마엘, 아까는 정말 놀랐어.
Hey, Ishmael, you really caught me off guard earlier.
너를 이곳에서 만날 거라고는
Seriously, I
생각도
didn't think I'd
못해서
find
말이야.
you here, of all places.
밖에 나가면 술통 내기라도 하는 건 어때? 어? 예전처럼 말이야.
When we're out of here, we should go crash at a bar and drink rum straight from a barrel. We'll make it a competition, just like the good old days.
그래. 다른 선원들이랑 인사는 나눴어?
Right, so you get a chance to say hello to everyone. A little chat.
그리고 또 머리는 왜 또 그렇게 길게 기른 거야?
And oh man, you sure did grow your hair out. Whatever happened to long hair is annoying. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen a lot of people like theorizing on this kind of thing very like particularly in the fact that, you know, it has to do with like her not wanting to cut her hair because of like her refrain from like cutting out off the past or something. There's something like that. I'm not great at that kind of thing. Also, now that Rodion's moved, we can see some more drawings too. That is kill written in assumably blood. I guess it could be red mark. It's whatever it's up here too. Also, that looks like a human body. I assume that's like the whale's bones though. Like the lungs of the whales. They did mention they got like the rope thing from the whale's lungs, so makes no sense. I know. A lot going on in this room.
질문이 많네요.
That's a lot of questions at once.
다들 저랑 이야기도 나누고 싶어 하지 않던데요. 적개심이 가득한 표정이던데.
I don't think any of them want to chat with me. I can tell from the looks they're giving me.
이곳에선 다른 배에서 온 주민들도 간간히
Sometimes,
있었지만
People from other ships would join us in the village.
모두 하루를 채 못 넘겼어.
But none of them lasted more than a day.
우리 말곤
We're the only ones
없지.
who've made it this long. Interesting. Ahab's already in possession of the golden bow, then? No, that wouldn't make sense, unless there's two in here, since the one from the Logport facility was just recently gobbled up, I'd presume. But they've been alive here for this long, unless Ahab's got a golden bow of her own, but like, then there'd be two here, that would be insane.
선장님이 해결책을 알려주셨거든.
Oh, we're actually going to learn how. And it's all thanks to a solution our captain came up with.
해결책?
A solution?
몸과 머릿속이 하얗게 되지 않을 수 있는
A way to stop our minds and bodies from turning pallid. What is it?
보다시피 선장님만 아니었다면 우리는 이곳에서 인어로 변했을
Oh,
거야.
the golden bow somehow. What about that weapon was her like harpoon was glowing rather strangely. Could it be like a golden bow powered weapon or something? Maybe like a part of a golden bow? Especially because Rim did mention the fact that the Gubo, like Herman group, being involved in the situation at hand somehow. So could Ahab have contacted them somehow, gotten a part of a golden bow before conquering the whale? Maybe. As you can see, without our captain, we would have long been turned into mermaids. Without this captain, the village wouldn't exist.
그러니까 선장님을 적대하는 자는
So anyone that dares to
공동의
antagonize the
적이
captain
되는 거야.
is our enemy.
선장님과 뜻을 같이 하지 않는 것은
As to
우리
stand against the
모두를
captain
죽이는 거라.
is to stand against our
다를
very
바
survival.
없으니까.
What is
이런
this method?
사람이었나요? 스타벅.
You've changed, Starbuck.
꽤 선장에게 반목하던 모습으로 기억하고 있었는데.
I remember you butting heads with the captain all the time.
그래?
Did I? Yeah. There's definitely some kind of I don't know if it's like an active mind control, but some sort of passive mind control thing going on, resulting with palletification. I think Ahab may be using the whale to her own power, and maybe that she never wanted revenge exactly. She wanted power from the whale, from some mysterious source she learned about this, probably through Herman Gang.
애초부터 선원들을 죽을 운명으로 이끌고 간 게 누군데?
Don't forget who trapped all of you here in the first place, led us to our deaths. Ishmael coldly walked past Starbuck before entering the office. Yeah. Well, we weren't even in the office yet, we were still walking. I thought he was an old mate of yours.
스타벅. 피코드 호의 1등 항해사.
Starbuck. First mate of the Pquad.
모두에게 좋은 사람이 되고 싶어 했죠. 동시에 선장과 가장 가까운 선원이었고요.
He wanted to be a good person to everyone, and he was the closest of the crew to the captain's ear.
가까운 만큼 의견 다툼도 많았지만 뭐 상관없었죠.
Meant that they also squabbled pretty often, but it didn't matter in the end.
에이헤브는 평등하다고 말할 정도로 모두에게 관심이 없었으니.
Ahab was equally indifferent to everyone anyway.
누추한 자리를 내주는 건 이해를 해주도록.
Please excuse the state of my office.
럼주라도 있으면 금상첨화였을 테지. 하지만 아무리 기다려도 술병만큼은 흘러들어오지 않다고.
A bottle of rum and this would have gone down much smoother. Yet, after all the time we spent stuck in here, I have not seen a single bottle of it float its way in.
협상은 제가 주도해 보도록 하겠습니다, 관리자님.
Executive Manager, allow me to take charge of this negotiation.
이스마엘. 저자는 이성적인 판단이 힘들 것 같고 관리자님은 째깍거리는 소리만 들리니.
Ishmael cannot be trusted to make a rational decision. Fair enough judgment. And you, Executive Manager, cannot properly communicate with this woman. She will only hear your ticking sounds. I don't know. I don't trust... Like... I don't know. I don't think you can trust, like, the old war veteran woman trope that is so frequent in this series. Because we've got stuff like DS, Nikolai, like Purple Tear. Like... Otis and Ahab also fall in this category of, you know, old woman who's a veteran of some kind and very... They all seem to know each other. That's what I'm getting at. So I'm curious to see what's gonna go on here. Sure.
에이헤브 선장이라 했나? 우리는
Captain Ahab, is it we?
감히 맞춰볼까? 너희는 이 창백한 고래로부터 삼켜진 무언가를 찾으러.
Allow me to hazard a guess. You rode in here voluntarily in search of something the Pquad whale devoured. Yeah, looking at this harpoon, it's golden bow vaguely colored. I guess it's a little too bright to be so. Makes me think she's gonna end up being a charged poise unit, though, especially given how, Ahab... Or especially given how that's what, blind obsession is.
그렇다는 건 너희 역시도 인어가 될 수 있지 않는 다른 방법을 찾아.
This means that you and your present company have also found a way to keep yourselves from turning into mermaids.
뭐 여기까지 온 이상 굳이 숨길 필요는 없겠지.
Well, I don't suppose there's any point in hiding it when we've already come this far.
우리는 어떤 물건을 찾고 있어. 어떻게 생겼냐면 말이오.
We are in search of a certain object. Its appearance is as thus. Don Quixote started explaining, looking around excitedly as though she expected the captain to suddenly produce the golden bow from her pocket. Yeah, Don thinks that's how the crew is staying alive.
그렇게 함부로 알려줘도 되는 거야? 좀 더 상의한 후에.
Are we really gonna just tell her everything? Why don't we talk about this between us first and...
알고 있다. 황금색으로 빛나는 막대기 같은.
I know what you seek. A golden stick of sorts, I presume.
내가 틀렸나?
Am I wrong? What? Couldn't even deny her accusations thanks to Gregor's extremely telling reaction. Good job, Gregor. Once again, he really needs to not talk, because it just makes things worse. I love you, Gregor. You really have, like, the worst, like, or you've got the best comedic timing of everyone, but very unintentionally.
난 그게 어디에 있는지 알고 있다.
I know where to find it.
심지어 너희를 그곳으로 데려다 줄 수도 있다.
I can even bring you to it.
허풍뿐인 말일 수도 있겠지.
How do we know that you aren't bluffing?
맞아요. 어쩌면 저희끼리 이야기한
Yeah, but what if you just overheard while we were talking? Sinclair. You gotta think through your words a little bit more, buddy. And when would she have picked this up?
내가 보았다는 증거를 말해주지. 그 가지에서는 멀리서부터 황금빛을 발산한다.
I shall prove it to you then. From that branch emanates a very far-reaching golden light. Its glow is warm and bright, yet not bright enough to be blinding. I mean, it's definitely different. Like, thinking about, like, the timeline. We know the golden bow was, like, provably at the LobCorp facility until very recently. Because, Pilot and Co. saw it, right? So, Ahab has access to a different golden bow, assumably, other than the one that recently washed up. Because it's definitely been, like, assumably a year. I think 3 years since, like, the accident would be logical enough. I don't know. Where would Ishmael be in the middle time, though? I don't know. 8 months to 3 years. That's a vague time frame that, you know, it gave us through people not actually counting days and stuff. But I think it could work reasonably well enough.
황금가지를 알고 있다는 것은
It appears that she at least knows of a golden bow.
관련되지 않은 사람이 알 수 있는 정보의 한계를 넘었습니다.
What she has just told us is more than what an unrelated individual should be able to know.
그래 보아야. 위치는 가르쳐주지 않을 심산이겠지만.
Still, I don't believe she's really about to tell us where the bow is.
내가 왜 숨길 거로 생각하지? 난 감출게.
You presume that I would not part with this information. I have nothing to hide. Ahab slammed the desk and leaned aggressively toward us. She wore a knowing grin, as though she knew exactly what we wanted and what we were about to say to get it.
우리 확실하게 하지. 오히려 감추려고 하는 건 자네들이지 않나?
Let us speak plainly here. I have naught to hide from you. In fact, I dare say that it is you who are withholding things from me.
그 막대의 이름이 황금가지라고 했던가. 그렇다면
You call that stick the golden bow, did you? Well then, that golden bow is at the dead center of this accursed whale. In the heart, yep.
중심이라.
At the dead center?
고동 소리가 들리는 곳. 이것이 살아 움직이게 만드는 그
The epicenter of this deep, resonant thumping, like a heartbeat. The spring of life that fuels this beast, like a heart.
심장. 악을 뿜어내는 지독한 심장.
The heart that seeps with all that is evil in the world, like the heart. Oh,
하지만 다행으로 여기시게.
but you are in luck.
마침 우리 피쿼드호의 목적지 또한 같으며 고래를 잡으러 떠나는 출항까지 얼마 남지 않은
It just so happens to be that the Pquad has set course for that very same destination, and we plan to set sail in the very near future.
심장을 터뜨리는 것만이 이곳을 나갈 수 있는 유일한 방법이기 때문이거든.
Because the only way out of the whale is by destroying its heart.
신기하네요. 우연의 일치일까요?
It's interesting. I wonder if this is just a coincidence. No.
어떤 점이 신기한 거죠?
What's so interesting about it?
심장까지 가려고 많은 시간 준비하셨을 텐데 저희가 마침 딱 왔다는 게요.
Isn't it interesting that, after all those years they spent preparing for their journey to the heart, we just happened to arrive as they were about to set sail? Yeah. Once again, Honglu is far too good at hitting it like dead on the target on occasion. She needed us for some reason or another. Almost as if she knew we were coming sooner or later. Almost as if she's been in contact with Herman.
운명이란 때로 그런 것 아니겠나. 나의 운명은 내가 이 창백한 고래의 심장을 꿰뚫게 하기 위해
I have not else to say but merely refer to the nature of fate. The threads of fate itself is weaved so that I, Ahab, shall be the one to pierce the heart of the pallid whale.
나는 이곳에서 너희들의 이빨을 다 합쳐도 모자랄 만큼 수많은 항해를 시도했으며
I have set more sails in the belly of this beast than the number of your gritted teeth combined. I've been to every nook and cranny of this place, all of which I clearly recall.
또한 나는 호수에서 이것의 가죽을 뚫어내기 위해 해보지 않은 시도가 없었지.
There is no method upon this earth that I have not attempted to pierce this beast's hide.
미리 수고를 덜어주자면 세상의 모든 무기들을 쑤셔박아도 이것의 가죽은 알사의 요새와 같았어.
So allow me to preclude a few options for you. This beast's hide is as thick as impenetrable as Arcorp's fortress. All the weapons in the world would not be able to pierce it. Interesting. Arcorp's fortress. So whatever they have at the heart of Arcorp, where they assumably where the hatcheries are, I guess it's like nigh impenetrable. That's interesting. It is a fortress. Interesting lore. We already know that it's an odd. We already know District R is strange from a Reindeer Ishmael's Upside story, where she mentions how its architecture is, like, off. I forget the specifics, but it's an interesting Upside story.
언제나 박아 넣었어.
Trying to stab it with my harpoon.
상처는 냈지만 뚫을 수
Wound it?
있어.
Yes. Puncture a hole? No.
뭐 믿지 못하겠다면 너희들이 들고 있는 그 무기들로 시도를 해봐도 좋겠지.
Well, if you find my words so difficult to believe, then feel free to give it a try with your own weapons.
흠집조차도 나지 않았긴 했소만.
Mine attempts hardly left a mark.
저자의 말이 정말이라면 쪽비 노인이나 LCA 팀의 시도가 다 소용이 없어진다는 거잖아.
If she's right, then it won't matter what the Indigo Elder does, and it won't matter what LCA
시간이
does.
지나도 구하러 올 수 없다는 거고.
Won't matter how hard they try, they can't get us out of here.
우리는 누구보다
I,
알고 있다.
we know better than anyone.
아무도 구하러 오지 않는 이곳을 제정신으로 버티기란 힘들어.
The crushing pain of surviving in a place such as this with no hope of rescue. No sane mind survives such torment for long. I really wonder if any of the others are, like, alive. Like, if they are, they could just be, like, parasitized, but, like, still acting human enough, thanks to Ahab, but still, like, fully gone as mermaids.
불쌍한 우리 선원들을 보아라. 흰색의 점막이 금방이라도 온몸을 덮을 것 같지만
Behold my pitiful crew. They hold on tooth and nail to their sense of self as the pallid memory tries to devour them whole.
없어. 여기 아무것도
Nothing here. Nothing. None.
어떤 것도
Nothing there?
위장에서 흘러들어오는 배 파편들을 건져내며 퀴케그가 사냥해온 인어들의 시체를 질겅이며
We can do naught here but scavenge the flotsam that watches up to its stomach. Mermaid corpses Pquad brings from her hunt are her only source of subsistence.
부드러워. 지느러미
Fins. Soft.
대체 어떻게 견디는 거야?
How the heck did you guys even survive here?
하나. 선장님의 말만 따르면
Faith.
언젠가
Scary
이곳을
word.
나갈 거라는
Faith.
믿음.
The faith that, as long as we fall, oh, our captain, she'll eventually lead us out of here.
우린 그걸로 버티는 거야.
That's the hope we hold on to. Yeah, Ishmael can tell they've all gone insane.
그러니 이것은
Now,
제안이다.
give my offer a listen.
이 선원들을 모두 구출할 의무가 있는 나 피코드호의 선장이자 피코드 타운의 대장 에이헤브가 너희에게 하는 제안.
I, Captain Ahab of the Pquad, the leader of the Pquad town, have a responsibility to bring every single one of my crew home. Thus, I make this offer to you.
나는 이놈의 심장을 터뜨릴 거다. 아주 오랫동안 준비를 해왔고.
I will destroy this whale's heart. For long have I prepared. Now, all that remains to be done is to set the plan in motion.
우리의 목적은 같지만 전리품은 다르다.
Our goals are the same, yet we each seek different treasures. Of course, the issue here is, from Ahab's point of view, there's two groups. Limbus company, they want the bow, and Ahab wants the whale dead. But there is a third party in this situation, being, Ishmael, being part of Limbus company, just wants Ahab dead. So it's not going to go so smoothly.
계획을 도와준다.
Not that I think it would go smoothly either way. Ahab has no plans of letting anyone survive.
우리는 이 고래를 잡고 바깥으로 나가게 되겠지.
Assist me in my plan. We will hunt this whale and escape, and the golden bow shall be yours.
잠시 이야기를 나누겠다.
We must discuss this amongst ourselves first.
얼마든지.
Take as much time as you want. Yep. There's plenty of time here in Pquad Town, where days and nights are all the same. I wonder how these, like, lanterns are being, like, fueled. Like, do they just have, like, a lot of candles or something? Are these, like, oil lanterns, maybe? I don't know.
이곳까지 타고 왔던 배는 복구가 불가능하다.
The boat that carried us here is beyond salvaging.
그리고 이곳을 나가기 위해서는 다시 배가 필요하다.
Thus, it follows that we require a new boat for us to escape the whale.
더불어 내부를 조사하기 위해서는 저 체액 위를 돌아다녀야 한다. 배는 그때도 필요할 것이다.
Moreover, moving across the bodily fluids of this whale is necessary if we are to conduct an investigation of its interiors. For that, we require a new boat.
여차하면 저자들의 배를 강탈하는 것도
Then commandeering their vessel is also one of our options, no?
그렇게 다 들리게 말하시면 어떡해요?
You can hear us! Pipe down!
우리 배 복잡해. 조작법.
Our ship. Hard to sail. Complex.
운전은 오로지 할 수 있어.
Only Pquad crew can handle Pquad boats.
결국 틀렸잖아.
What did I say?
뗏목부터 시작하려면 시간은 어느 정도 걸리지?
How much time would it take if we were to build a boat from scratch?
아무 재료도 없는 상태에서 산성에게도 견딜 수 있을
No
재질로
materials,
제작했고,
no skills.
예상 시간은 아마
Considering that we possess no necessary materials, considering that we must reinforce it to be resistant to the whale's acid, the estimated time of completion is... Now, if this was any normal person, they'd say never, but Faust would probably say, like 10,000 years or something. No, let's not even think about that. Alright, Dante's cutting it off, so we can't even figure out what
그러자.
Bess would say. Let's not.
제안이라 예상한 만큼 개소리네요.
So that's your offer. I could smell it coming from a mile away.
저자는 언제나 같아요. 그럴듯한 개소리로 사람을 죽음까지 몰고 가죠.
She's not changed one bit, driving people to their deaths with stuff that, at a glance, seems plausible.
이번에도 다를 바 없어요.
Nothing's changed.
저도 뭔가 꺼림칙한 사람이라는 생각이 들어요.
Yeah, there's something off about her. Maybe we should just do this ourselves. How would we do it ourselves, though?
조심해야 해.
Right, never trust something that requires too much
저
explaining.
사람들은 심장을 터뜨리고 나가기 위해서 많은 시간을 쏟아부은 것 같은데 우리가 당장 해결할 수 있는 걸까요?
I think they've spent a long time building a plan to destroy the heart and escape this place. Can we really do it on our own from scratch?
저희가 언제까지 버틸 수 있을지도 잘
I
모르겠어요.
also don't know how long we could hold out in here.
그래, 저 선장만큼이나 이곳을 곳곳이 잘 알고 있는
Yeah,
자는
that captain probably
없을
knows this place better than anyone.
그럼 우리가 인어가 되어서 서로를 죽이려 하거나 이곳에 영원히 갇히거나 둘 중에 하나가 되는 거야?
So our other options are either turn into mermaids and kill each other, or remain trapped in here forever. Are they really the only alternatives we've got?
붉은 시선께서 우리를 버릴 리가 없어.
The red gaze shall not abandon us! He might.
이럴 때 의견 정하는 방법은 간단해. 배틀 로얄이다.
Alright. We're having trouble coming to an agreement. I will mediate. Let's battle to the last person standing and have them decide. The sinners were all expressing their opinions, which were all very diametrically opposed to one another, with little hope of meeting somewhere in the middle. I do like how they just refuse to acknowledge Ryoshu's comment at all. Like, it's just kind of expected from her. And I was unnerved by how easily Ahab managed to see right through us. Not really another option, though. That's the thing. We were kind of forced to put up with her. Oh god. Alright, it's lore time. This is a lore-heavy dungeon. Captain Ahab seemed to see right through us. Discord grew among the sinners as agreement drew even further out of reach. And keep on going, then.
하하, 너희끼리도 쉽사리 결정을 못 내리고 있나 보군.
See that you're in some trouble coming to an agreement amongst yourselves.
당연하지. 조금만 생각을 해본다면 내가 내세우는 조건은 전부 너희에게 절박할 정도로 필요하고
That is quite understandable. It should be clear as day that the answer is right before your eyes. My offer is perfect for your present, rather desperate situation.
하지만 바로 그런 기가 막힌 우연적인 기회들을 운명이라고 하는 거다.
But that is the whims of fate. These seemingly implausible, coincidental opportunities are the threads of fate weaving the path ahead.
운명이 다가왔을 때 쥐어잡는 것부터 배워야겠군.
You must first learn to be someone who grips their destiny when it presents itself. It is common wisdom among every seafarer. Sinclair shuddered a little. A lot has happened. Various moments have passed. Coincidences must have passed before every sinner's eyes. And we were almost sandwiched between two ships when we encountered those floating mermaids on a deserted ship. When we fought a whale and its byproducts that came with the waves.
모두 들여다보는 듯한 말꼬락서니는 달라질 기미가 보이지 않네.
You and your arrogant, all-knowing speeches haven't changed one bit.
함부로 착각하지 마. 당신과 함께 움직일 생각은 전혀 없으니까. 난 지금도 당신을
Don't delude
잘근질근
yourself.
씹어먹고
I'm not
싶은
joining
심정이야.
hands with you ever again. Even now, I can't wait to chew you up and tear you down.
정말 훌륭한 표정으로 뱃사람다운 말을 내뱉을 수 있게 되었군, 이스마엘.
What face, what words! The girl has finally learned to speak like a proper sea dog worth her salt. Haven't you, Ishmael?
당신이 내 이름을 기억해 줄 줄 몰랐는데.
Didn't think you'd remember my name.
어떻게 모를 수 있겠나?
How could I not?
내가 이 고래에게 삼켜지기 직전, 넌 난파된 뱃조각 틈바구니에서 내 이름을 목청껏 불렀지. 어제처럼 생생하게 들려오는군.
I hear your voice moments before the whale swallowed me whole. The echoes of your voice calling my name scattering to the winds amongst the desolation. I can hear it clearly as though it happened but a day ago.
그때 나는 네 눈을 보았고 찰나였을지 네 마음속 모든 것을
Even for a
알아냈어.
brief moment, through the tempest, our eyes met, and I peered into the depths of your heart,
네가 그토록 원하는 게
into the
무엇이었지?
depths of your true desire. Ahab strode towards Ishmael. Yep, peg leg again. Ishmael stood her ground. She glared at the old woman with bloodshot eyes.
그러니 네가 원하는
So, I'll
바에
give you what you
내가
want.
주겠다.
We can't see the peg leg here. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I just wanted to check. Her voice was low, yet personal. Honest.
또 무슨 헛소리를 늘어놓을지.
Let's see what you come up with this time.
내가 바라는 건
Because what I want
나의 심장이지.
is my heart. Yep. Ishmael wants Ahab's heart, Ahab wants the whale's heart.
있잖아, 이스마엘. 나는 네 인생 최대의 소원이 탄생하는 모습을 제일 처음 유일하게
Ishmael,
또한
listen well. I am the first and the only person who watched the birth of your life's greatest wish. Yep, her wish. As everyone on Limbus Company was promised.
네 안에서 깨어난 단 한 가지의 집념이 악에 바친 시선과 고함으로 사정없이 나를 찌르고 있었거든.
There was an awakening deep within you, a hateful obsession, screaming and thrashing with frenzy so that you may one day gut me yourself.
아마 너는 그 생각만으로 버티며 이곳까지 온 거겠지?
That very desire is what have brought you before me, past the trials and tribulations the world has thrown in your way. Am I wrong?
저들이 찾겠다는 황금가지. 넌 그런 것 따위 안중에도 없지. 그렇구만.
The golden bow they seek? You don't care about that, of course you don't.
내게는 나의 심장이 황금가지요. 보물 상자이자 금화일 테니.
My very heart is your golden bow, your plunder, the treasure you so desperately seek at the end of your journey.
알았지. 너는 여전히 훌륭한 뱃사람의 작살잡이라는 걸.
I knew that deep inside you were still a sailor and a harpooner. An excellent one at that.
나와 눈을 처음 마주칠 때부터 열렬한 원한이 담긴 시선으로 나를 찔러댔지 않나. 단 한순간도 피하는.
From the moment of our reunion to now, you've been stabbing me over and over again in your head, and not once have you averted your eyes.
역시 나는 작살잡이에 가장 어울려. 내가 고래였다면.
And what a harpooner that makes you. Were I a whale, I would have willingly given you my heart to kill.
심장을 주겠다고.
You'll give me your heart.
그 말이 허풍이 아니라는 건 네가 더 잘 알겠지, 이스마엘. 너는 내 뭉쳐진 이 열망이.
You know better than anyone that I do not lie, Ishmael. You know where the bow of my accumulated passion is set course to. Or that's bow, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, well.
터뜨려 주게만 한다면.
Help me destroy this whale's heart.
그렇다면 나는 내게 기꺼이.
And I, Captain Ahab, shall willingly give you my life.
어떤 식으로 주기든 방법은 상관없어. 그대로 받아들여 주지.
It matters not the manner in which you end me. I will accept it all gladly. Ahab snatches Ishmael's harpoon and brings it close to her throat. Jesus. Jeez. My looking crest. I wonder if that's supposed to be like the Pquad like symbol. Not what am I saying? No, God. I didn't mean to say Pquad. I meant to say Pquad. I somehow mixed those up in my head. No, do you not wish to tear open my arteries?
내가 목적을 달성한다면 이렇게 동맥이 가장 잘 보이고 튀어나올 수 있도록 목도
Allow me to make this task even easier for you. Shall I turn my neck so that my veins are plain to see? All of this is yours, as long as I can achieve my goal. Yeah, Ahab's insane. We were expecting this. They're both Ahab and Ishmael are insane here, that's for sure. But Ahab, God. Pulling it to her throat, just being like, yeah, kill me. Do it, coward.
이 날카롭게 다듬어진 작살. 어떻게든 고통스럽게 나를 죽이는 생각을 하며 매일 밤을 갈았겠지.
Oh, what a keen harpoon you have whetted. I can imagine the nights you've spent sharpening it, drawing a picture of my painful demise. You must have felt it, the call of destiny, your fate, just as I have.
내가 누구보다 너를 잘 이해하지. 그
No one on this earth understands you better than I do, Ishmael. I know that very longing, that very burning hatred that consumes your days.
지금 당장이라도 너를 찢어
Yeah.
죽이는 걸 간신히 참고 있어.
You're right. I'm barely holding myself back from tearing into your arteries.
하지만 하지 않지.
Yet you do not act.
너는 너무 잘 알고. 시퍼런 날이든 작살이 목에 나 있는 솜털을 긁고 있는 지금 이 순간조차.
Because even now, even as the tip of your razor-sharp harpoon tickles the fuzz on my neck, you know the truth so well.
날 죽이기엔 네가 너무 약하다는 걸 알아.
That you are still too weak to kill me.
불쌍하고 영리하기까지 하지. 제 주제를 너무 잘 알잖아.
How pitiful yet how clever. The girl knows her place.
참 다행이야. 네가 멍청해서 이렇게 굴러 들어오는 기회를 걷어차는 한심한
And that cleverness serves you well. A foolish saver would not have accepted this very generous offer of mine.
창백한 고래를 죽이기만 한다면 내 손으로 끝을 낼 수 있다면
As long as I can kill the pallid whale with my two hands, I care not about what happens next. Jeez, yeah, this is psychotic. This is pretty much what I expected Ahab to be like, but God. It's just so insane seeing her in action.
굴러 들어온 심장을 꿰뚫어라 이스마엘.
My heart is yours to harpoon, Ishmael.
나의 모든 것은 그때 완성돼. 그 이후는 어떻게 하든 상관없다.
I'll be made complete at that very moment. What happens afterward, I could not care less. Ishmael laughed and laughed. She did not fight back with her biting tongue, nor did she sharply and rationally criticize the captain's words as she did ours. Yep, she's still under the captain's palm after all this time. She laughed and laughed and laughed, glaring straight into Ahab's eyes.
좋아, 좋은 눈이야.
Yes, I like the look in your
네
eyes.
대답이 벌써 보여. 머릿속에는 이미 들렸지.
I can already see it. In fact, I may as well have already heard your decision from that look.
그래. 당신의 마지막 항해를
Yeah.
즐기길 바라지.
Enjoy your last voyage, Ahab.
그리고 모든 걸 바쳐서 심장이 터질 때까지 살아남아.
And whatever it takes, survive to the end of this voyage, until you destroy the whale's heart.
그렇게 완성된 당신을 기쁜 마음으로 쳐 죽여줄게.
And I'll happily destroy you the moment you are made complete. But it's very, like, especially it's giving me such, like, big Roland energies. Like, the whole, like, yeah, well, I'll kill you at the climax. Once you've achieved your goal, I'll kill you then and there. You know, greatest suffering at the end. Although in Ahab's case, she kind of seems relatively fine with the greatest suffering at the end. Then she's completed her goal. What more does she have to live for? Well, Angela still had plenty to live for even after her goal.
그래, 뱃놈이 목표를 가졌으면 그런 눈이어야지.
Yes, now I see the eyes of a proper sea dog. Finally, conviction burns within your eyes.
실망시키지 않는다 이스마엘. 꿰뚫을 보람이 있는 용암 고래보다 뜨거운 피를 토해내며 펄떡이는 심장이 되어주지.
I shall not disappoint Ishmael. Allow my heart to beat like the very tempest. Allow my heart to bleed hotter than the boiling blood of the lava whale, so that it may be a target worthy of your harpoon. Lava whale, interesting. A sense of overwhelming dread emanated from the pair's mad laughter. Neither I nor the other sinners dared to intrude. Their laughters were very much alike, yep. To the point where I wasn't sure which belonged to Ishmael and which belonged to Ahab. What I was thinking then, I'm not really sure. It wasn't like we had any other choice, but... maybe I was hoping that Ishmael would refuse the offer.
심장에 가는 항해에 동참하기로 했다면서.
So you're joining us to the need of the heart?
든든하네. 이렇게 흰 부분 없이
Ain't that nice? It's encouraging to have you lively looking fellas along for the ride. Not a hint of the pale brain to be seen on use.
그러고 보니 너희는 어떻게 멀쩡한
Oh,
거야?
speaking of which, how are you also? Okay.
어떻게 이 창백한 고래의 영향을 하나도 받지 않을 수
How
있지?
come the pallid whale has got no effect on any of you? Curious Starbuck asked.
그건
Forsooth, that is...
그런 사정이 있어. 운이 좋았달까?
It's a long story. We just happened to get lucky, and I'll leave it at that. Gregor cut in and blocked Don Quixote's mouth. Good job, Gregor. You stopped the situation from getting worse for once. You're kind of a little bad about that sometimes. One more story, but then after this next story segment, we'll be heading down to the... whatever else is down there. I really shouldn't look down. Oh well, let's at least finish this one. Ahab makes an offer to Ishmael that she could not refuse. Maybe... I was hoping that Ishmael wouldn't accept that offer, when I didn't even have a better alternative. Yeah, Ahab's a complete psycho, but so is Ishmael at this point. I am really excited to see how this is going to move on. There's so much story, and we've barely done anything, like... still on the first floor.
심장까지 도달하기 위해서는 꼭 완수해야만 하는 일들이 있다.
There are tasks that must be completed if we are to reach the heart.
그리고 심장에 가기 위해서는 두 척의 배가 두 개의
Two
길을
ships, two routes. They must go their separate ways to reach the heart. Oh, are you telling me what I think you're telling me? Are you telling me we need to split up in 2 groups of 6? If so, this is going to be so perfect. I did notice, like, we are still using 6 sinners. It's perfect to split up into 2 equal groups. Oh ho ho.
피쿼드호는 췌장을 지나갈 것이다.
The Pquad will make its way through the pancreas. Question.
해라.
Shoot.
췌장을 왜 너희가 지나가지?
Why are you the ones going through the pancreas?
췌장은 까마득히 넓으며 산성액이 거세다. 어떤 시간에 어디서 그것이 나오는지 누구보다 잘 알아.
The whale's pancreas is vast and filled with treacherous acid. To go in there without knowing when and where the acid will spew from is to dance with death.
그래서 이곳을 하나도 모르는 어리바리한 너희보다는 여기서 구를 때로
So I'm electing to bring those that have toiled here for years, not an inexperienced landsman such as you. Okay, so we're not actually splitting. Okay, we're splitting up into, Ahab's group and our group. Ahab's group and Ishmael's group, effectively. Fair enough. Starbuck shrugged next to the captain.
또한 췌장은 인어들이 제일 많이 서식하는 구역이다. 평생을 인어와 고래를 잡는 데 썼던 우리 선원들에게 유리한 항해지.
I must also mention that the pancreas is heavily populated by the mermaids. It is better that we sailors, who have spent our entire lives hunting mermaids and whales, take that route instead. And we're going to take the route loaded with abnormalities, I assume.
그렇다고 특별히 까다롭게 강한 인어가 있는 것은 아니지만 수로 밀어붙이는 게 적합하다.
While there aren't any particularly powerful or troublesome mermaids there, our numerical advantage will still be useful in that path. And so you guys have built a second ship for our use then, and we'll just split up here.
췌장의 끝에서 그곳에 있는 가장
At the end of
두꺼운
its pancreas,
정맥을
we will hew open its largest vein.
그럼 심장에서부터 피를 보충하기 위해 왼쪽
Then its
좌심
left heart
방향으로
atrium will open to supply blood to the area.
우리가 가야 할 곳은
Okay, so what about us?
이쪽 폐로 연결된 심장의 우심방.
Yep.
이곳은 길이 좁아서
We're going for the
작은
other heart
도로로
atrium.
충분하다.
So we're each going to one of the lungs. That's why she had the poster with, like, the lungs up. Like, I think that's roughly what's happening. You will take this path, the right heart atrium connected to the lungs. This is a narrow path, so a smaller vessel will serve you well.
무엇보다 너희를 보내려는 길에 고래도 인어가 아닌 다른 것들이 흘러들어왔다.
Yep, abnormalities.
수는 적어 보였지만 쉽지 않은 싸움이 될
Some
줄
other things have made their way into the path I send you on. They are neither whale nor mermaid. Their numbers are small, but each of them may pose a difficult fight. And then someone's going to be like, the abnormalities, and they're going to be like, oh, whoops, and Ahab's like, that's what they're called, the abnormalities.
너희 같은 소수의 인원은
Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's a little too tropey for this game. This game's usually good about avoiding too obvious tropes. It's always nice. What you lack in numbers, I assume, will be made up by your individual prowess. You and your men will shine in targeted attacks, not all-out battles the Pquad will face throughout the pancreas.
너희가 없었다면 스타벅과 퀵해그를 포함한 정예 인원을 10명은 보내야 했겠지.
Were you not here, I would have sent Starbuck, Pquad, and at least 8 other good men that way. A boat divided will have a higher chance of failing. In fact, it had been a rather significant concern of mine.
하지만 운명적으로 나타나주니 이제 와서 이렇게 모든 게 맞아떨어지는군. 운명이란 놈은 이렇게
Like then you have arrived, fitting perfectly into this conundrum of the puzzle, as though fate itself had ordained it. Destiny is one fickle thing, is it not?
에이헤브 씨가 말한 다른 것이라면 로보토미 지부를 삼키면서
Yep, there it is.
같이 삼켜졌을
Miss
환상적일
Ahab must be
가능성은
referring to the abnormalities that was swallowed alongside the lobotomy court branch.
짐작 가는 게 있나 보군. 역시 너희를 마주한 건 운명이야.
So you know something about those odd creatures. Indeed, our encounter was ordained by fate, the very destiny that leads me to the heart of the whale. You know there's at least 3 abnormalities there. Because we know it's going to be the ambling pearl, the skin prophet, and the what is it, slit current? Something slit current, something slit current, I think. Still current? I don't know.
너희가 그곳의 괴물들을 죽이고 마찬가지로 동맥을 자르면
Kill the monsters there. Hew open the arteries and the right atrium shall open.
그러면 우리는 심실이 만나는 이 심장에서
And we will meet again at the heart where the atriums meet.
그런 다음에는 내가 들어가서 그 안에 있는 심장에
Then I shall enter and destroy its core. The heart of the heart, if you will. Hey, sounds like a logical enough plan. Sounds like it's just too perfect.
심장이 또 있다는 것이요?
Apparently you claim that there is a heart within a heart?
이렇게 큼지막한 것과 싸운 적은 없나 보군.
I see as though you have little experience contending a foe so great as the whale.
이렇게나 큰 놈이면 심장을 뛰게 하는 심장이 있는 건 당연한 거다.
It is obvious that such a colossal creature would have a heart that fuels its heart. Is that supposed to be obvious? Is this a common thing amongst, like, other whales or something, maybe? I don't know. Who knows?
아기 맥동하는 그 심장을 터뜨리고 나서야 비로소 볼 수 있으리라. 바깥쪽에서부터 새어나오는 자유로운 태양빛.
The sun shall shine on us again only when we destroy the heart beating with the very essence of evil. Through the whale's sundered flesh shall the gentle light reign over us.
그러고 나서는 내게 꽂아라. 내 숨을
And you will impale me with the final harpoon to end my breath once and for all.
이곳의 지리를 파악하지 못했지만 작전의 체계를 생각해 보았을 때 합리적이라고는
While I am yet to analyze the geography of this entity, the general structure of the plan appears sound to me, Executive Manager. Yeah, I agree. Looks like Ahab wasn't kidding about checking every nook and cranny of the belly of the whale. He did all that with a singular desire to hunt, to kill this great whale once and for all. And for such a long time.
난 여전히 마음에 안 들어. 저 정체도 모를 선장놈에게 모든 계획을
I still don't like this. Are we supposed to just, what, listen to some dodgy captain ordering us around? I thought the clockhead here was our boss.
남이 차려준 밥에 숟가락 얹는 것도 마음에 안 든다고. 차라리 우리 중에 몇 명이 미쳐서 인어 새끼가 되더라도 우리 손으로 끝장내는 게 맞지 않냐?
Why don't we just finish this with our own hands instead of relying on her? Let's just do this ourselves. Let 1 or 2 of us go mad and turn into a mermaid. At least it would have been our work at the end of the day.
그거 참 대책 없는 발언이군.
A most irresponsible suggestion. Like, not like we've gotten any of the golden bows on our own, Heathcliff. Why does it matter
그 정도
now?
손실로 해결할 거라는 판단이 들었으면 내가 그렇게 제안했을 거다.
I would have been the first to suggest that had I not estimated our losses to be higher than 1 or 2 of
하지
us.
그랬냐?
So why didn't you?
이곳은 정보량이 절대적으로 부족한 전장이자 미지의 공간이다. 언제 어떤 식으로 관리자님이 위험에 빠질지.
We are at a significant disadvantage when it comes to information on this battlefield. The executive manager's life may be at risk at any moment.
승률 낮은 도박에 관리자님의 안전도 미지수인 작전을 그저 자존심
Not even
때문에
witless
실행한다.
rookies risk or gamble with the lives of their
신임이
superiors.
꺼내지 않는 이야기다.
And all that for your pride? What foolishness.
심장만 터뜨린다면 끝장낼 수 있어.
As long as we destroy the heart, I can end her.
심장만 터뜨린다면
As long as we destroy the heart. She grits her teeth as she repeats it to herself like a mantra. Yeah, she was feeling a little more sane during like the second part of this canto, but this part, no, she's going fully off the deep end. As she should. But she may never forget, not even for a moment.
자, 집결지에서 만나지.
Right then, we will meet again at our rendezvous point.
모두 좋은 항해가 되네.
Let this be a good voyage to us all.
나의 선원들이여, 그 그토록 고대하던
The
태양을
sunlight is
만나니
within our
얼마나
grasp, my dearest crew.
비릿하고 비열한 도시의 공기를 마시는 것도 말이야.
We will soon breathe deep the metallic, traitorous stench of the city's air. Ahab provided us with a boat that could bring us all the way to the heart.
피쿼드 선원만 가능해.
Only Pquad crew steers Pquad boat,
그러니까 내가
so
해.
I steer. Pquad joined us as our helmswoman. Okay. That's good. We'll have one of them. Pquad wasn't lying. This boat wasn't like any other boat we'd ever seen. Body was made of flesh and bones, and note that a few pieces of metal plates were visible between the organic materials. Only a crew of the Pquad could possibly know how to steer this bizarre ship. Yeah, God, it's a weird flesh ship, of course it is. Raw loading screen, by the way, super raw. Yeah, makes an offer to Ishmael that she could not refuse. Maybe. Oh, it's the same one as before. But anyways, I think that'll be all for this time. Next time, we finally embark on our journey to try and, well, get to the whale's heart. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!